Very good afternoon to all, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today is the 2nd August 2026, Sunday class. So we'll continue our sharing from this book, the Surangama Sutra. Okay, let us gather for Puja. Let us compose our mind, develop the Saddha, Virya, then mindfully we shall commence the Puja chanting. 南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛。南无阿弥陀佛，南无弥勒佛，南无弥勒佛，南无弥勒佛，南无药师佛，南无药师佛，南无药师佛，南无文殊菩萨，南无文殊菩萨，南无文殊菩萨，南无地藏王菩萨。南无地藏王菩萨，南无地藏王菩萨，南无普贤菩萨，南无普贤菩萨，南无普贤菩萨，南无佛菩萨，南无佛菩萨，南无佛菩萨。อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวะบุตตังภะคะวันตังอะภิวาเทมิสวากาโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมมัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะบุตตังสรณังกัจฉามิธัมมังสรณังกัจฉามิสังฆังสรณังกัจฉามิดุติยัมปิบุตตังสรณังกัจฉามิดุติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังกัจฉามิดุติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังกัจฉามิติยัมปิบุตตังสรณังกัจฉามิติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังกัจฉามิตติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังกัจฉามิปานาติปาตาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิอาทินานาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิกาเมสุมิจฉาจาระเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิมุสาวาทาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิสุราเมรยามัจจาปมาดัฏฐานะเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิสาธุสาธุ Sadhu. Okay, let's pay respect Triple Gem. Buddhang Pujemi. Dhammang Pujemi. Sanghang Pujemi. Invocation to the Devas. In this universe, in the entirety, let the Devas or deities come here. Let them hear the good teachings of the King of Sages, which gives heaven and release, Nibbana. This is the time to listen to the teaching. This is the time to listen to the teaching. This is the time to listen to the teaching. Samanta Chakawalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajasa Sunantu Sakamokadang Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Iti peso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanang Buddho Bhagavati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipaseko Opanayiko Pachyatang Veditabo Vinohiti Supatipano Bhagavato Saukasangho Ujupatipano Bhagavato Saukasangho Nyanyapatipano Bhagavato Saukasangho Samici Patipano Bhagavato Saukasangho Yadidang Cattari Risa Yukani Atta Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Saukasangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaneyo Anuttarang Punyang Ketang Lokasati. Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. We'll continue from where we start. We are at page 162 of this Surangama Sutra. This one is based on Venerable Master Chen Hua's commentaries. If the Yanadatta within you, your mad mind ceases. If your distorted thinking, your perpetual state of confusion, your lack of enlightenment disappear, then full awakening appear. But awakening does not come from outside yourself, nor do you need to nourish it within yourself. You have had it all along. So this explanation is very good. If you can understand, is very penetrative. It means you have developed the understanding. So here, when he say, your mad mind ceases, what is that mad mind? Your mundane mind. Because for every living being, each and every living being, before one awakens, this form and mind has not developed the awakening or the wisdom that can be connected to it. That's why during this time there will be avijja, there will be sakkaya ditthi, means ignorance and self-delusion. They are the main, what they call defilements that block the mind from having the understanding. So because of that, we sometimes call the mundane mind the heedless thinking mind, the deluded mind. Then sometimes we call it the monkey mind or the crazy mad mind. So he say, your mad mind ceases. So within you, when the mad mind ceases, it means there is no more mundane thinking mind, the condition arising mind. Then what happens is your pure nature shine forth. So like what I have explained before, these are the four circle formation, or the four stages of creation. So originally, from the source, the first to arise is our pure awareness nature. Then from this one, it creates the mundane thinking, the mundane mind. So this mundane mind, which is the five area of form and mind, this is the one that is being born into the world of existence. So from this one, all the mundane thinking, mundane activity, or the mundane, we call them the aggregates of mind, they manifest. So when this one ceases, means that creation part from the pure awareness nature into the five aggregate of mundane thinking activity, means the pure awareness, consciousness, the spacious awareness. They shrink it to a small point where they perceive and they input the content and it triggers the thought. And that thought becomes the mental five aggregate of form and mind. And this one is the creation for the next movement. So this next movement is the thought, which is from the six sense bases upon contact, thought arise, means the pure consciousness and its content manifest. Then from there, because our sense bases, it triggers off the phenomenal world of consciousness, where upon contact, like the physics experiment, the first thing to happen is the light bulb lights up. The lighting up is a nature's law or nature's process that trigger off the conscious moment. That's why it can trigger off, if it's the eye as an organ, the seeing consciousness, or the ear as an organ, the hearing consciousness, And similarly, smell, taste, tactile, and thought consciousness. So this is how it starts. So when you are mindful, aware, you can see the manifestation, the arising. Then when this mundane thinking, the mad mind, cease, what happened? What happened? No more creation in there. Then what is the result? The result is you realize your true mind, you go back to here. Can follow now? So when you are back here, what is this? This is your silent mind, your meditative mind. Here, nothing. Tranquility, stillness. You can use words to describe it, but it's not something that you can really describe. It's just that nature. That's why I use the word pure awareness, nature. And that nature is not a being, understand? It's not you. This one cannot come out and live life. Understand? That's why it's anatta. It's non-self. But it exists within the form of mind. To realize it, this thinking must cease. When this thinking ceases, this phenomenal world also ceases. Understand? Well, this phenomenal world is the resultant of the five aggregate of form and mind through the sense basis. So understanding this, you will understand why it's described in the Surangama Sutra in this way. Well, the Surangama Sutra is based on the realization of that stages of creation. Now you can understand. Go back to the notes. See. So now I read again, you will understand. So here, if you read the whole sentence again, you will develop understanding. If the jnana data within you, your mad mind ceases. If your distorted thinking, which is also from the mundane mind, your perpetual state of confusion or delusion, like I said before you become enlightened, this one got avijja, got sakayaditi. So your lack of enlightenment, all this will disappear when your mundane mind ceases. Then full awakening appear, understand? That's why you can have the direct seeing, or they call the sudden enlightenment. It's not whether it's gradual or sudden, because there were two versions of the teaching after Huining arise. Sensu being traditional in their cultivation, they always talk about what Theravada and most Mahayana believe in. Enlightenment is a gradual process. You understand why they come to that conclusion, is that because of the three phases of Dhamma, understand? First phase is pariyatti. What is pariyatti? The learning of the teaching, isn't it? The Dhamma. So you have to learn it first. That's why it's gradual. That's why you got Dhamma classes, Dhamma session, and Dhamma discussion, etc. Then after you have learned, you're supposed to move on to phase 2 of Dhamma, which is putting the Dhamma that you have learned into practice. And that is Patipatti. So the second phase of Dhamma cultivation is about the practice itself. The cultivation itself means not only the learning, the meditative training. So during this meditative training, you develop insight, you develop the direct seeing, the awakening, the realization. then this wisdom that is triggered off will be connected to the 5 aggregate of form and mind, which is a vehicle and tool for us to arise. And that one is karmically conditioned out. So that one, when connected with the wisdom, then you can say that being is enlightened. Can follow? But that being is not a permanent, unchanging entity. It's just a 5 aggregate, which is a phenomenon, dependent originating. So the one that realizes enlightenment know that it is not a permanent, unchanging entity that develops awakening or enlightenment. That's why they will know that there is no such thing as a being becoming enlightened. But there is such a thing as a 5 aggregate of form and mind connected with the wisdom. Understand how? Then you can live life. But that you is not a permanent, unchanging entity. Understand how? It's just a segmented 5 aggregate of form and mind that arise every time that nature wants to come. It has to have a 5 aggregate of form and mind. That is the mystery. Understand how? And that one, over the aeons and aeons of birth and death, which one is you? So many has arisen and passed away. Which one is you? None of them are you. Understand? Where they are dependent originating phenomena, condition arising phenomena. That's where the mystery is. That's why that teaching is so difficult to understand and comprehend, because they have the understanding of both the unconditioned and the conditioned Dhamma. So the conditioned Dhamma pertain to existence, pertain to life. Then in life there is everything, understand that duality, Four Noble Truths, the essential Dhamma, everything. But within the unconditioned, as we have realized, even through the teaching, the Heart Sutra, the Diamond Sutra, or even the Surangama Sutra, that within true emptiness, after you realize true emptiness, all of these marks, they are not real. That's why there is the 3 hallmarks of awakening which he realized. The first hallmark is the moment you can realize no thought, 无念的境界, then you realize your true mind. But it's not a being, understand? And that is the first stage of profound enlightenment. Then after that you realize within existence, everything that exists are mark, no reality. But you have to have the ability to be in existence, means exist in the midst of mark and not be deceived or deluded by it. So that is the important understanding to understand life and to live life. Then not only there is no mark, when you reach the state where the mundane mind collapses, there is no what they call dwelling for the mundane mind. The mundane mind does not dwell anymore. It is like, it does not dwell anywhere. It's just spacious awareness. Your nature, which is the awareness, pure awareness nature or the oneness nature, that nature is what you will realize. But you know that is not a being too. But that nature is very unique, that oneness nature. So that nature, when that full enlightenment came to that realization, then it realized that nature doesn't dwell, understand? That's why the third hallmark of awakening is to realize the state of non-dwelling. Non-dwelling is a very powerful understanding. Means it doesn't dwell anywhere. Because the moment you perceive something, you dwell there, understand? The arising of the mundane thinking is a dwelling. But before the arising, that's why I define sati to you as mindfulness or awareness before the knowing, the dwelling, the perception. So all these understanding are very important. Okay? So we go back to the notes. As we go through the Surangama Sutra, most of you can understand already. You have reached a level of understanding where you can follow in more detail and more deeply. And because of that now, it's like unfolding to you the whole teaching, the big picture. Understand? Last time I shared, most of you, like first time hear the word, you know it's beautiful, it's interesting, but to grasp the whole meaning and the whole understanding take time. So just as I was trying to explain to you sudden enlightenment and gradual enlightenment. So in fact, like I explained to you in the sharing last time on the 6th Patriarch Platform Sutta, there is no such thing as gradual enlightenment. Of course, you want to argue and say, you have to cultivate ratio, you have to practice it. After you cultivate practice, then one day you become enlightened. What is your understanding of that sentence? Logical, isn't it? But is it the truth? Because enlightenment is what? The understanding of it, isn't it? The moment you awaken, you become enlightened, isn't it? So enlightenment is always sudden, understand? There is no such thing as gradually. One day you become enlightened. Understand? But the moment you become enlightened, the wisdom has to follow, isn't it? Whether it's the first stage, first hallmark of awakening, or second hallmark of awakening, or third hallmark of awakening, or your insight into the three universal characteristics, is the same. The moment you are enlightened means you are not deluded by the phenomenal world, the creative part, the dependent originating condition arising, not a permanent unchanging entity, non-self, everything. You awaken to that. And because you awaken to that, you are no longer deluded. Sakayaditi severe. So at least you are the first stage of sainthood, or what they call sotapanaship. Then after that you move on to weaken the other factors. Then from there you accentuate the fourth and fifth factor. Then you realize Sakadagamiship. This is a sainthood way. Then after that, where you can sever the fourth and fifth factors, you realize Anagamiship. Then after Anagami, you still have 5 minor factors that bind you. Attachment to form jhana, attachment to formless jhana. Then you have minor conceit, mana. Then restlessness of mind can still be there, because when you have avijja, you cannot understand. Sometimes it is a spiritual test, understand? Then for no reason, the mind that you have trained can become restless again. It can become wild again. Even a lot of well-trained monks were caught in those circumstances. You read Ajahn Mahaboa, his book on, I think he described it in his book. I don't know whether it was his biography or one of the books that he wrote, Samana Awan. He mentioned, he also went through that. He said he did Buddha until his mind become so well trained, like bright, luminous, and within his control. like he can do what he wants. Means he has complete control over that trained mind. Means that trained mind listen to him. Then for no reason, one day, while he was still living in his, I think they call it his way place, where he did his cultivation. I forgot the place already. We went there many times. He said for no reason, that mundane mind become very wild again, or restless. And he tried every method or technique that he used to train it and bring it under control, like Buddha. Nothing worked, he said. Until he finally met Ajahn Mun. Then Ajahn Mun explained to him, this one is not for you to control. This one has its own behavior, characteristic, subject to nature's law and all those things. It involves a lot of complex things, karmic everything. There's spiritual testing. That's why when it comes to spiritual cultivation test, you cannot understand or not. You will trigger off that condition. Then when it happens, it can create doubt in them or not. That's why these last 5 factors is not easy to break on. So restlessness of mind is, of course, the 9 factors. So once you can break this, means you are near to the cessation of form and mind, to realize the arahantaship, or the 4th stage of sainthood. Once you realize that, then death due to avijja, ignorance, no more. You cannot die due to ignorance. Then the rebirth through ignorance, avijja pacaya sankhara, cannot happen to them anymore. That's why for arahants and beyond, they do not actually have to come back in the form of a rebirth through avijja, no more. That's why they say the arahants cease and cannot be found. Means they don't take rebirth and they don't appear in any one of the 31 planes of existence. That's why in the sutta there is this part of the Jataka story or whatever during the Buddha's time, where they asked. Then the Buddha bring the skull of an arahant and asked that person who's supposed to know. He tap on the skull, he will know where that being has gone to. When he reached the arahant, he tap and tap and tap, he cannot find him. That's why the Buddha after that explained, because the arahant no more rebirth through avijja, or do not take rebirth through avijja to appear within the 31 plane of existence. So all this has been shared and taught. That's why when you understand, then you will understand all this very clearly. Okay, now we go back to the notes. Yeah. So the first part, now you understand, I just read through it. Idayana datta within you, your mad mind ceases. If your distorted thinking, your perpetual state of confusion, your lack of enlightenment disappear, then full awakening appear. But awakening does not come from outside yourself. Now you realize that. Nor do you need to nourish it within yourself. You have had it all along. Means that nature within is actually the enlightened nature. But you cannot realize it because you were distracted by this creative process. This movement Then when it come out and become the five aggregate of form and mind, mental aggregate, the thought, then manifest through consciousness, you get confused. Understand? So because of that, living being has no way of developing the understanding and the wisdom. Then this one, pure awareness nature, very difficult to detect one. Your thinking must stop. Your thought activity must stop. Your creative manifestation of the five aggregate of form and mind. Then from there, moving to the phenomenal world. All this is, that's why enlightenment is cessation of form and mind. But when this happened, did it happen because of something happened inside? No. Because this one, through the direct seeing, it understands, and through wisdom, the understanding causes it to cease. Then that cessation is a result of wisdom. That's why it's sudden enlightenment. And when this arises, we call it enlightenment, the understanding of it. Then the whole cessation takes place. That's why Nibbana is cessation of form and mind. Okay? So this part of the Surangama Sutra that share, I will read to you again. You will develop the understanding. But awakening does not come from outside you, isn't it? That's why you search for enlightenment. You go everywhere searching for truth, for enlightenment, for awakening. But then, like J. Krishnamurti put it, what happens if the searcher is the search? You can understand that statement, huh? The searcher is the search. What you are searching, which is the truth, is within you, understand? So, the searcher is the search. When you search within, understand? Within your pure awareness nature, that is where the secret is. Once you realize that, you will realize the wisdom, the direct seeing, the understanding of how from there all creation starts. That's why the Buddha also realized that. He said, your mundane mind, the mano, that one when it arises, all things arise. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Mind is chief. When mind arises, all things arise. All creation arise. That's why you have the famous verse. Mind make a day, 一切一切唯心造. Means created by the mind. Then you have condition arising Dhamma, 因缘法. Then 有为法, 无为法. So all these are wisdom that manifest from that understanding of this movement, the creation. So to realize the true mind, now you see, is very important. Now from there, all things arise. So actually within it, it is already complete by itself. So you need not search from outside. Yeah? Like here is stated in the Surangama Sutra. But awakening or enlightenment does not come from outside yourself. Nor do you need to nourish it within you or within yourself. You have had it all along. Means all along is already within your nature. Understand? It's whether you have a vehicle and tool to come and develop that connection to understand and to inherit back from your spiritual nature. That is another thing. So the secret is not so easy to realize, understand. That's why I say this four circle formation and the explanation that I have shared with you on the spiritual nature and the karmic nature. So far, I've gone through the internet area. I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Maybe the four circle formation, people mention the word, like the source, they call by different name, and it's equally confusing. And nobody can really, with the confidence and the understanding, explain it. That's why it's not easy. So for you to cultivate until you have the understanding, you have to go through the realization. You have to go through the fourth support, which is trust, to realize the stages of Bodhi mind development. At least until the third stage of Bodhi mind development. When your Bodhi mind has the ability to illuminate that nature, until the whole nature becomes very clear to you. Then of course, the consequence of it, or the natural understanding from that stage is the fourth stage of Bodhi mind development. The Bodhi mind that can renounce samsara, then he will understand. He or she who have gone through that will understand that samsara is nothing. Samsara, although people who don't have the understanding and say, oh, too long, unending, aeons and aeons and aeons, I got no time. There is the ego still there, the lack of understanding is still there. So when you can renounce samsara means, if you come with this understanding, samsara is wonderful existence, understand? No more suffering, understand? No more what living beings that are deluded, or we call it with Sakaya deity and Avijja. The other name is Putujana, they call it Putujana. You are not like an ordinary Putujana who don't have the understanding, and you entangle yourself throughout existence. Every 5 area of form and mind, segmented life that come, you get yourself entangled with the karmic law, with the pancha niyama that governs life and existence. And you trap within the vicious cycle and you cannot come out. That's why that samsaric activity or samsaric movement. So this samsara is the unending birth and death, cycle of birth and death, karmically conditional. So that cycle or that vicious cycle, you cannot break it if you don't have the understanding or the wisdom to enable you to liberate and cease. Although it's not a being, but that form and mind is part of your karmic nature, understand? Because it's karmically conditional. It's a part of your whole evolution. Although it's not a permanent, unchanging entity. Not real, not you. But it's part of that whole big picture. So when you understand, then your understanding will free you. Then you know how to come. That's why I used to hear from my last guy. He said, if you know how to come, you will know how to return. Which, to me, is true. If you know how to come, means you know how to return. But this refers to beings that have evolved and developed the cultivation. But for a lot of beings who are deluded, putujana, they actually don't know how they come. Because they have to come. That's why I use the word have to come. Have to come and choose to come is different now. If you have to come, you don't know how to return on. You understand now? Huh? I better write it down. I have not write down this one. You can choose to come. Then second one, have to come. Have to come means through the karmic process. So these are choose to come, means they know how to come, they will know how to return. This one, what happens? Huh? Don't know how they come, then don't know how to return. So this one is very important. Yeah? If you don't understand how you come, means you really, without the enlightenment or the awakening, you really entangle yourself. So choose to come means you have the power to choose through your understanding. This one, the Bodhisattva, the Sammasambuddha, they can choose to come. Have to come means you come through the karmic process. So the one that choose to come, they know how to come. Means they know how to take the Bodhisattva vow. You understand that? The first basic vow, out of love and compassion. So the pure mind, with the karmic nature, they can still come. No need avijja. Then the form and mind arise. But they are supported by their karmic nature first. Then later on, somehow they will find their way to connect. Then they will inherit from their spiritual nature, just like my nature. After 1989, 35 years old, my nature connect. Then it went through the whole thing. Then after that, not long, the mundane mind also collapsed. So after my nature connect, that thing started to come. But once my mundane mind collapsed, almost everything come back to me. Come back to that nature. And this nature, a lot of things that I never learned this life. Nobody taught me, and I never even learned myself. Suddenly inside, I can have all this understanding. I know how to share, I know how to teach, and I know what this thing is. That's why this spiritual nature, my nature, realized you can never inherit until you connect. And when you connect, you start to inherit only. But you have to really reach the stage of Bodhi mind development where the mundane mind collapses. When the mundane mind collapses, then this thing come back very fast. Otherwise, what happens is you inherit, but to the level you were at that time. Means, let's say you develop the sainthood way, the cessation, you will start to inherit, but not much. Up to that level of cultivation and training that you have developed. And you cannot go beyond that. Because that is your limit. But from there, you can start cultivating again. That's why I say, the whole process of the Bodhisattva way, you don't have somebody to guide you or teach you or to share with you the understanding. It will take very, very long. Very, very long. That's why the yellow card that I share with you is because my nature have gone through. Then Maitreya knew I can share this. That's why that is like the request for my nature to arise, to share. And because of that, the next phase is, after you have the understanding, then when you can cultivate until your nature can have the ability to realize the collapse of the mundane mind, that one is not easy. Not all cultivators can do that. You have to develop it either from the past or with the guide, then develop it until it happens. Then after that, when you inherit from there, you will know to what extent you have cultivated. You will know. Then after that, you realize that it's the perfection that you need to complete. And of all the 10 perfections, you can also know which is the one you have completed. You will know because you have that special ability. When you can do that very well, you will know. That's why I used to tell some of the Kalimita in the earlier days that perfection of aditana, my nature has perfected it. That's why I know how to use it very well. So all this you will develop, and from this so-called 4 stages of four circle formation, the four stages of creation, from the four circle formation, you will understand the full picture, the coming and the going. So this one is for your own consumption as a cultivator. So develop the understanding so that you can choose to come. Then you can choose the time, the era, the civilization, and the causes and condition. But not only you choose, your nature must have the ability to cause all those to arise. Then there are other beings that have affinity with you. It can be coming negativity or positive. They also come in and influence. But those that have affinity with you through the spiritual cultivation or what, they also will make their vow, all those things. Then they can also come in and interplay. That's why it's very complicated. That's why Sakyamuni Buddha, before he become enlightened, the 6th year, it's not to say he choose, because Sujata made that vow to make that offering. That's why he has to wait till the 6th year when he make the offering, then only it happened. But all are meant to be. It's part and parcel of the whole thing. So that he understands that all this cultivation, that's why he tried all the extreme. Because his way is like that. And he wanted that sasana, that sangha, the lineage that he actually choose, or we call that lineage or tradition that he choose. He choose the sangha way. Because according to him, the sasana can last very long. It is supposed to be 5,000 years without the Bhikkhuni order. But he, as a Sammasa Buddha, he has gone through so much of this. He has met with so many Sammasa Buddha before. Then he realized he got a, we call it encyclopedia. Now it's no more encyclopedia. It's like a internet of information. The whole AI can give you the summary. And he, being the fully enlightened omniscient, he has seen all the civilizations that manifest this Sammasa Buddha, and how long their sasana take now. So once you reach those stages, then you can compare, then you can improve on it and decide when your time comes, what type of sasana you want or civilization you want. That's why the Bodhisattva way, in a way, is very interesting. Every Bodhisattva is different, Everyone is actually, I should use the word, how to explain in English? Yao liu dou, means they have their nature, they have their special ability, So you can learn from them, That's why you can learn from Hsuan, the 10th great virtue. That's why he is called universal virtue Bodhisattva. Then you can learn from Amitabha, the Pure Land, the 48 great vows. Then you can learn from Tisangwang Pusa, Guanxin Pusa. All of them are unique. Then they are coming, they are going. Then my nature's understanding, I also add on to it, how to cut short all this and develop the full understanding fast, so that you don't have to get lost during the non-sasana. So all these are very important, sharing and understanding, so that when your time comes, you can also cultivate until you have the ability to understand all this. Then you can choose to come the way you want to come. And that choosing actually need a lot of understanding. That's why by nature, because it has perfected aditana. That's why it know how to choose to come. And my nature like transition period. I realize, I look back my life. Oh, I picked that window. Ngam ho, so that I can see a lot of things and understand a lot of things and evolve through it, the cultivation. And the cultivation is unending. You will continue. Okay, so we go back to the notes. Now we finish the first paragraph. Second paragraph. People who desire riches and honor and entertainment and pleasure don't realize that these mundane attainment are not the genuine riches or genuine honor. The poorest people are those who do not recognize truth. So this is in terms of spiritual, understand? Spiritual wealth. If you don't understand truth, means you got zero spiritual wealth, isn't it? Yeah. So the poorest people are those who don't recognize truth, means you don't have spiritual wealth, and do not understand that their true nature is like the hidden gem, the hidden wish-fulfilling pearl or gem in the parable. You go and ask around. You think people can tell you, I have the Buddha nature within me. And even those who can tell you, they heard about it. They don't know what that thing is. Understand? So this hidden gem is actually very rare. And very few people can develop their understanding to realize it. Even the pure awareness nature, the initial thing that come out from that gem is also so difficult to come into contact with or to realize. Not to say to really locate the gateway to go in and develop the internal movement to realize that pure nature within. So that nature within, you can illuminate it. You can develop a lot of understanding from it. And the understanding can bring forth a lot of wisdom and cultivation. Yeah. Okay, I read on. They don't understand that their nature, they don't understand about their nature, but it is still the nature of the matrix of the Taskam One, means the Buddha nature, the supreme pure luminous mind. It is not lost, it is still inherently yours. If you cultivate or practice according to the Buddha Dhamma and have faith in it, you will understand that your true nature is inherent within you. And you will come to discover your inert wealth. This is the true riches and honor of a spiritual cultivator or being. The wise person in the parable is the Buddha. Move it up, so we move it up. Showing the poor person the pearl in his clothing represents his pointing out to us that our true inherent nature. The person's becoming wealthy represents someone's awakening as he comes to understand his inherent enlightened nature. When we study the Surangama Sutra, we should each discover the wish-fulfilling pearl in our clothing. Means what? You must realize that pure nature. Understand? If you discover the pearl, you will be the world's richest person in this sense. Stopping the thought of the mind. See, here Shenhua already say, you can stop, means the free mind can be in a state of tranquility and stillness without thought. Ability to stop the mind, the thought of the mind, is true wealth and honor, where you should know that that is the first hallmark of winning, 无念的境界, the stage of no thought. ending selfish desire forever is the true feel of blessing. If your deluded mind come to a stop and your disorderly thought disappear, then you would have obtained genuine wealth and honor. Okay, then we go to a commentary. We go to the sutra. Then Ananda came forward from his place in the great assembly to bow to the Buddha's feet. He stood and said to the Buddha, "World-honored one, you have just now been saying that once we put to rest the karma of killing, stealing, and sexual desire, so that these three conditions no longer arise, their three causes will not become active again. Then the madness of our mind, that is the Yanadatta's madness, will cease on its own accord, and that ceasing itself is full awakening, which no one else can bestow upon us." Isn't all this clearly an example of the working of causes and conditions? Why then does the task-come one now reject the doctrine of causes and conditions? The world-honored one, it was through hearing about causes and conditions that I become enlightened, as the others of us, younger, sound hearer of the teaching, who still need instruction. Here also in this assembly now are Mahamonglana, Sariputta, Subhati, and others, who once followed Brahmin elders. They too heard the teaching about causes and conditions, and as a result, they make the resolve to enter the monastic life. They put an end to their outflow and became enlightened. Now you say that one does not, after all, realize enlightenment through causes and conditions. If that is so, the ultimate truth must be what Maskari, Gosaliputra, and those others in Rajagaha teach, that enlightenment happened on its own. I only hope that now the Buddha will compassionately clear up the confusion which has been suffocating us. Then the Buddha said to Ananda, "Let us compare what you have said to the case of Yanadatta in Savatthi. If the causes and conditions for his madness were to disappear, his sanity would naturally reappear on its own. Your argument concerning causes and conditions and things coming into being on their own amounts to nothing more than that. Ananda, his head is just as it always was. It was already fundamentally part of him. Otherwise he would not have been who he was. How then could causes and conditions be involved in his running madly about out of fear that his face had disappeared? His head was intact from the beginning. But if his madness were indeed due to causes and conditions, wouldn't causes and conditions have also led to his head actually disappear? Yet his head has always been present. His madness and error arose from delusion. No actual change. The notes. Look at the notes. A city in the kingdom of Magadha. He just described Bihar. Okay, move up. Okay, the coming into being of the world of illusion. How then could his madness have arisen from causes and conditions? And if his madness were fundamentally part of him, If madness and terror were the way he was in the first place, then why would his madness not have been already evident? Now, if his madness was not fundamentally part of him, if he was not deluded about his head all along, why did he run madly about? Okay. Had Yanadatta awakened and realized that his head was fundamentally part of him, he would have understood that his running about was madness. From this, it should be clear to you that your objection about causes and conditions and about things coming into being on their own cannot be taken seriously. That is why I say that once the three causes and conditions are eliminated, the enlightened mind is revealed. If you were to say that the enlightened mind comes into being with the cessation of the mind that arises and perishes, then you will be saying that the enlightened mind too is subjected to arising and perishing. In truth, the effortless path to enlightenment is the ending of both the arising and perishing. Suppose further that it is possible that the enlightened mind could come into being on its own, then it should be clear that it would not come into being. It would come into being only with the perishing of the mind that comes into being and ceases to be. But that is still a coming into being and ceasing to be. Do not think that something which does not arise and perish must therefore be said to have come into being on its own. For example, a mixture is said to be created with components. When components with different attributes are combined. What cannot be mixed together is said to be something that is fundamental. In fact, what is fundamental is not fundamental. What is mixed is not, in fact, a mixture. Neither what is mixed nor what is fundamental exists. Yet the non-existence of the mixed and the fundamental must also be negated. Only then do we have a teaching that may be called Dhamma, that is more than mere speculation. This is a teaching that must be left behind, and the leaving behind too must be, the English very confusing. Where I read again. This is the teaching that must be left behind, and the leaving behind too must be left behind. Okay. That may be called the Dhamma that transcends ideas, speculation. Okay, we move on. For you, awakening and Nirvana are still so distant that you will have to spend aeons in different practice before you will reach them. Your ability to memorize all 12 types of discourse spoken by the Buddha and proclaimed by the Tascam One in all the 10 directions with their pure and wondrous truth, innumerable as the river Ganges, has merely helped you to indulge in ideal speculation. Certainly, you have the ability to speak about causes and conditions and about things coming into being on their own with such understanding that people call you foremost in erudition. Yet, despite your many aeons of accumulated learning, you are not able to escape your difficulty with the young Matinga woman. Why did you need me to recite the Surangama mantra for you? In the young Matanga woman's heart, the fire of lust were extinguished, and instantly she became a sage who is free of rebirth. Now she has joined a group of vigorous practitioners of the Dhamma. In her, the river of love has gone dry, and so now you are free of her. Therefore, Ananda, the many aeons you have spent committing to memory the task come once esoteric, inconceivable, wondrous, and majestic Dhamma are not equal to a single day spent cultivating karma that is free of outflow and is far removed from the two worldly torments of hate and love. The young Matanga woman was a Cartesian, and yet her love and desire were dispelled by the spiritual power of the mantra. Now she is a nun named Praktri. She and Rahula's mother, Yasodhara, have both become aware of their previous life, and they know that among the causes of their actions during many lifetimes, their craving for emotional love was the cause of their suffering. Now they have escaped. Wait. We read the notes a bit. The 12 are prose passage, reiterative verse, instructional verse, accounts of the Buddha's previous life, accounts of manifestation of spiritual power, analogy, question, prediction of enlightenment. Okay. And Anagami, the stage of sainthood. The name means nature. There is one who understands her own nature. Yasodhara was the wife of the Buddha, Sakyamuni, while he was still Prince Siddhartha. Rahula was the son. Okay, move up. Bonds and have received prediction. Why do you then continue to cheat yourself by standing still, merely watching and listening? When Ananda and the others in the great assembly had heard the Buddha's instruction, their doubt and delusion were dispelled. Their mind awakened to the truth, and in body and mind they felt a serenity that they had never known before. Okay, move it up. Finish it, dear. Read the notes. That is, that at such and such a time, they would become Buddhas with such and such a name. Okay, we stop here. Huh? Awareness-based meditation is to stabilize our inner awareness, then use it to meditate, and to develop the stability of inner awareness. We have to first understand why the mind cannot be in the state of sati or awareness. The moment you are without thought, you are already aware. So how do we develop the understanding to cease the thought, so that thought do not arise? There are many ways and approach to it. But all this way, the most important one is understanding. The moment you understand that without thought, you are already aware, then technically you don't have to do anything. Because the doing is by the thought. The knowing is by the thought. That's why I say don't try to do, don't try to know. Just relax. The four support, relax. Maintain awareness. Means maintain the silent mind without thought. Whatever arises, just aware, finish. Don't try to follow. Don't try to know. Don't try to do. Just relax. Maintain awareness, silent. And the awareness within is very important. The moment you can be in the state of awareness, you will start to stabilize. Means the moment you are able to be quiet without thought, means awareness has developed. Then you only need to stabilize it. Means continue not to think, not to react, not to know, not to do. Then just relax. Whatever arises, it has to be from your six sense basis. Then just acknowledge, away, finish. It will help you decondition your heedless thinking, your heedless thought activity. So the four support, now you will start to understand the first three support is very important. Ability to relax body and mind means no thought, just relax. Then maintaining awareness means maintaining the silent mind without thought. Whatever aware, whatever arises, aware, cease, silent. Or I used to share, aware, finish. Yeah. Then stabilizing the awareness is the same. You continue to maintain awareness, to stabilize it, until the mind enters sati, until the mundane thinking or the unfinished thought activity cease by itself. So naturally relax, maintain awareness to allow the natural state of mind to return to its original state before the stirring. So it's just like witnessing how this thought activity slow down and cease. That is the first step and the most important step. You can do that, you will have a lot of joy. Yeah. Then it's like you suddenly understand the secret to develop mindfulness or awareness within by not doing anything. Just relax, maintaining awareness, and let things be. And everything will come to a standstill. Yeah. Okay, with that I let you meditate on your own. Huh? Okay, you all can slowly, mindfully come out of the meditation. Try to maintain whatever inner peace, inner calmness and inner awareness that you have developed for as long as you can. Okay, so now we will continue with our second session, which is meditation reporting, followed by whatever question or Dhamma sharing that you may have. You can also ask or share. Okay, so Dhamma sharing can be in any of your daily life Dhamma experience or your cultivation experience. Then you can ask any question on meditation or the Dhamma, or how to apply this teaching based on what you have learned to help you understand life, live life, and solve all of your so-called problem in life.
Oh, I also don't know what to say now.
Never mind. You don't know what to say, you can ask question. You got meditation to report experience, you can report them. Then we will guide
In
you
fact,
along.
in fact, I'm in the hospital now.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my knee replacement.
Oh, no wonder.
That's
So
why
you have
I can't.
done the operation?
Yeah, done already, but still,
Oh, recuperating now lah. Oh,
yes.
how long already?
Today, I done it on Monday. I mean, going to be 7 days, 16,
Oh,
today
okay,
Sunday.
okay. Okay, 1 week already, yeah? Coming to 1 week.
Yeah, more 1 week. In fact,
Oh,
3 days, I can be discharged already. But
oh, okay.
I extend a few days to stay for the recovering lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Recuperating place.
Uh,
Uh, so you want to share something about your operation?
I
Because I think quite a number of people has done it. Huh? Last time I remember Mrs. Ho, she also did it. Then she
uh,
recovered, I think.
my operation is considered, I think, very good. Consider the
Oh,
third leg
good, good, good.
can be
That's good
discharged
news. Yeah.
already.
Where you
I
did it?
stay in OSC,
Oh,
Salmon,
the one in
Salmon, next
Tangmen.
to Salmon.
Oh, Taman, Taman.
Next to,
Yeah, yeah. I heard
next,
about that place before. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you had it done there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
You
what to
did
say?
one leg or both
One
leg?
leg only. One leg.
One
I
leg.
cannot do two. I heard my friend say it's very difficult, very painful. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
for your
do.
case, not so bad, huh?
Consider very good. I should say that I
Yeah,
recover
yeah,
very well.
yeah, yeah,
It's just I stay longer day because at home my husband had Parkinson. There my son they all don't let me to go back so fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good.
So I can rest
Yeah, yeah,
more. See, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Recuperate and relax more. Yeah, that should be
Ah,
good news.
what to say? I don't know.
No, how
I,
did it all started? Maybe you share a bit of history. How
in
the
I have this leg problems a few years already, but it's not that painful or not that difficult. I still can manage to do work and all these things. And
mm,
then it start, in fact, I have the sciatica in 2004, the left
mm,
leg.
mm, mm.
And that one make me, but I go through also for almost 1 year. Then I do exercise,
Then you
do
recover.
suddenly recover.
Oh, good, good,
But
good.
now
That's
and
good. Ah,
this year it start on the right leg lah.
oh, okay.
And the right leg, and then this time it come, it's really painful. And then it come, then when sciatica is not comfortable already, it's pain already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I with the exercise, I do some exercise facing on the Facebook. They teach how, and then I do
Yeah.
also physio. I do
Mm.
acupuncture. I do scalping. I do ulut. Also cannot go.
Oh, okay. Well, means you have
So
tried quite a bit, huh? Good, good,
quite a
good.
lot, but
Uh,
that when sciatica come, make worse. Both leg, both knee also pain like that.
oh, okay.
So cannot stand already. So I was thinking I go for injection.
Yeah, the gel,
When
huh?
ah, but
Ah,
I go for injection. I consult in the Shalam Hospital, government hospital.
ah,
Uh, the doctor say is he's like not very happy, not happy lah, because he
ah.
say nobody can guarantee you. You might come
Oh,
back
okay.
again and again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
After that, I go to private because I still have insurance. So I go for private to consult
Mm.
the HMC, the doctor.
Yeah,
Then the
yeah.
doctor also say same thing. I say by going through, I see the X-ray I have. So
Ah,
they recommend me to do. It's better that you do the replacement first lah. I say
replacement first. Oh,
so.
that's good.
No choice. No choice has to come to here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you got insurance, so you can claim your
Yeah, so
insurance.
far I still got because my insurance is up to the age of 80.
Oh, that's good. Oh. How old are
So
you now, Ling Hi?
77.
Wow, very near already. Oh.
That's why they also, so my son, they also say lah, say myself done it lah once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because when I saw Mrs. Ho did it, she recovered very well, no? She now 80 plus, coming to 90 already, I think. Oh, she's still running around, doing very well.
So now I doing exercise, all these things, I think it should be no problem lah with the walker. With the
Yeah,
walker,
yeah.
I think I just walk very freely like that.
Oh, that's good news. So how much it costs you for that knee replacement now?
I
Based on
think
insurance.
the day he say about 35,000 plus or minus like that.
Oh, okay,
35,
okay,
about roughly 35. But
okay,
extra
okay.
stay, it cost me another 3,000 like that.
Oh, that one is worth it because you have the attention and all those
I
medical
can do
people.
physio
You
also.
can do physio. That one help. Yeah, that physio
Because
is very good. They do for
if
you
not,
every day.
uh, if not, I could go back. I have to trouble them to send me
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah,
month
yeah,
and
yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah. And not easy to find good physio people unless you know them.
So far so good here.
Oh,
I
you
already
stay
pay
around
very good.
Subang area, isn't it?
SS14, yeah.
Yeah, near Sui An
Next
there.
to
Yeah.
NB. NB is
Eng B's house.
18.
Eng B's house. Yeah, Eng B is here tonight.
At the opposite
Today.
side.
Yeah. Yeah, Eng B is here with us today. Yeah, in the class. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I think this is the only time I really focus on my meditation, my chanting.
Oh, that's very good. Sadhu.
Uh, just like meditation also, I did also, but it's not that like I doze off like maybe because of the
Don't
painkiller.
worry. You doze or go to sleep means you can sleep. It's good. Actually,
No, because the
for your
meditation also make me doze off also.
never mind. Initially, you will doze off, but later on, when you know how to maintain awareness, then it becomes different. You try your best. But at your age, it's not easy. Uh, but for you to have that uh, faith and that interest, well, I saw you online many times. Many Kayamita don't know who you are. Luckily today, Alicia called you.
Alisa know me. Because I
Yeah,
used
but I
last
have
time,
heard of you before. I think Ing
Sunday
you will know.
class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chanting
Sunday
class.
class.
Yeah, and Ing Bi. Wu Ping Ching Sir. Oh, yeah, you are from Wu Ping
Every
Ching.
Sunday I
Oh, yeah,
follow
yeah.
them
Last
also.
time Sunday class, huh?
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
fetch
yeah.
me there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, yeah. Sadhu, sadhu. Oh, I rejoice.
I don't quite often follow on the card. Usually I listen to the talk later lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because at home got very rare. I seldom got this time. I really can sit down 1 or
Correct,
2 hours.
correct, 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 correct. Yeah, but luckily you are now in the recuperation center, so you got more time. The internet not bad. Can hear
Okay.
clearly. Yeah, the internet
Yeah.
is good.
Very clear. Very clear.
Yeah, yeah. Because this OSC, I think, is quite a new medical center. Isn't it?
A few years already.
A few years already, lah. Yeah, lah. Means relatively new. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
of OSC before. Yeah, yeah.
As
I think.
compared to, I was thinking of done it
Ah,
in HMC, but
ah.
the doctor advised me to come here. It's not so congested.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There, I think less congested. Yeah. There, I think they are still relatively new. They just came out a few years only. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
as compared to
good.
HMC, the nurse are very busy one. No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a lot of work to do.
Yes, a lot of patients. One person, I think, attend to 5 or 6.
Oh, that is overloaded. Yeah, overloaded.
Yeah, here is much
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
better,
But
much
you
better.
stay the room how the room condition. Yours is
Yes,
a
it's good.
share room or single room.
First I stay in single room. After I
Ah,
discharge, I stay in 4 bedded.
like
But here
reasonable. Yeah,
usually no, if here
reasonable.
is only about 2 or 3 person like that. Seldom say 4 full one.
Yeah, yeah. Seldom fall full. Oh,
Uh,
that's good.
and
So
now at the present
facility
now I
wise,
only two.
service wise, you are very happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Sadhu, sadhu, rejoice. That's good
Only
news.
thing, yes, but only thing makan not that good lah.
Oh, that one you can actually now ask your
That
children.
from the beginning I
Yeah,
know
ask your
already.
children or grandchildren to tapao
No,
for
that is
you.
okay. For me, I makan food is never mind one.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
eat
You are not
everything.
choosy, yeah. You are not choosy.
Yeah, some more here, you didn't do any work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Sit on the bed most of
there,
the time.
a lot of takeaway were nearby. Huh.
Cannot finish also lah. Because
Yeah,
no,
cannot finish.
you don't do much work. You don't do work, only except for first
Yeah,
few
yeah,
days
yeah.
only about 20
Correct,
minutes of
correct.
physical. It's all on the bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
By the time they all buy for me, I say you better don't buy lah. I can't finish lah.
But hearing your voice and your joy is actually good news for your age.
Yeah, for me,
Really,
I think
you are really
yeah,
blessed. That's why.
yeah. Thank
Mm,
you, Sadhu.
yeah, sadhu. Yeah, good. That's good news.
Yeah.
So apart from your knee, you are healthy, yeah?
Yeah, consider healthy. Beside the sciatica lah. Hopefully the
Yeah, yeah,
sciatica didn't come
yeah,
back lah. At the moment, is no more already sciatica.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe also because of the painkiller.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Because
once you
before,
are relieved of that, I think you should have good life back again, huh? Sadhu,
I hope
sadhu.
so. Because before I
Yeah.
do this replacement,
Hmm.
I at least 1 week I have to take twice painkiller. If not,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot do housework, cannot do other
Correct,
things.
correct. And the pain can be not easy to endure. Some of this pain, bodily pain, due to old age sickness, actually can be very painful. So not easy to endure. Yeah. Oh, it's good.
Painful, it's not really very painful, but that you really don't have the mood or whatever to do work. Can't do
Definitely,
work
because
like
that
you want to
thing,
rest only. You can't
yeah,
do work.
that thing is causing you a lot of like uh, the mood affected by it one, because
Yeah,
you find it body is still body, but then you have to endure it where the consciousness is trapped inside. So
yes, yes, yes.
you have the Dhamma, at least you can maybe endure it better with the
Can
understanding.
accept it like that. It's a
Your
sickness and
acceptance
something.
of it
But
can help
you,
you.
but with this on, with the sciatica pain around, you don't, you want to,
Yeah
got
lah,
work there, you want to
no
do,
mood to
but
do
you,
work on.
not only move, you cannot walk freely like that,
Correct, correct, correct. It
Your
affects you.
movement is
Yeah, your
restricted by the pain
movement,
there.
yeah,
Ah,
your
if you don't
ability.
move, there's no pain.
Correct. But you cannot just sit there and don't move.
Yeah,
Ah,
especially with my husband around, I have to, follow him quite closely lah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, not easy. But
Not easy.
consider good already. Because some last time in the early 80s, I think, uh, there was a Kayamita. The mother very old, but the mother also have good faith, Buddhist and all things. But because of old age, that time when I was very young, she already 80 plus.
Oh,
Then she also fall sick during the old age. Then she was bedridden. Those bedridden one more severe. We went with Kayamita to see the mother. She liked to attend my class last time, Tuesday class, at the Dhamma reading room and all this area. She like sit in front, she asked a lot of questions. Then later on, when she was bedridden, well, the doctor also one of our Kayamita, so we visited her quite often. When we saw her, wow, a lot of joy. She liked to listen to Dhamma Sharing also, like what you do. And she on the tape and all those things. But those bedridden one more difficult because the I think the children and the other relative that care for them, they have to spend more time. So that Kayamita actually hire a maid, luckily. Because when you are bedridden, the bed sore and all those things are not easy. That one. Oh, that's why actually this is part and parcel of our First Noble Truth reality. as we go through old age, we experience sicknesses and deterioration in health, and also our senses starts to like deteriorate. So these are reality that we need to confront. It's good that today we get you to share. But hearing your voice, you are in good condition, in good shape. So
Yeah, I think I'm in good condition.
yeah, very
My
blessed.
feet just left on the plate, no
Uh,
pain at all.
yeah,
No
sadhu.
pain
That's
at
why you
all.
say you recover very well. You consider
Uh,
yourself very blessed. And we
yes,
really
yes.
rejoice. And this sharing is very good because as you go through life, you need to experience all this, what they call reality that manifests. In fact, this reality, almost every living being who lives long enough, they have to go through. Uh, and there are many type of disease, sickness, and illnesses. Like earlier on, Joyce also
Yeah,
ended
I
up
heard,
the
I
hospital.
know about it. Yeah.
Yeah, she went to Switzerland and France. Then when in France, he was taking camera, trying to, I think, take good camera shot. Then she, I think, accidentally lost her balance. Then she fell. When she fell, she used her left hand to break the fall. And because of that momentum, I think the wrist part there needs surgery. I think they got
Mm.
some crack and uh, broken wrist bone and all this thing. That's how she landed in SUMC, but recovered already. Uh, so
Oh,
the surgery all went on well, and it was good. Then we visited her too. Very good, sadhu. Anything else that you want to share with us? Uh,
yeah. At this age, I think I
uh,
go through all these things already.
yeah, yeah, it's good to
by
share
looking,
because you
by
experience it. Uh,
looking after my husband Parkinson for the few years.
oh,
I
sadhu.
think I
Not
think I should
easy.
say very thank you, Amy, bring me in for
Yeah, yeah,
attend your class, and then I
yeah.
keep on following your, even though not physical, except that Sunday last
Yeah,
time the
the online, yeah. Last
online.
time Sunday
Uh,
one, at the Whooping
After that,
Chainsaw.
I cannot go already. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think I understand what you teach all this while.
Wow,
But really,
sadhu. That's really good
practice
news.
it. Really, practice is not that easy, you know.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. But
Aiyo, so
you all that batch
difficult.
were very special. Your Whooping Chainsaw group, even Brother they all, uh, they were very special. Sis Lee, they all. And last time, a lot of our Kayamita also attended the class there. Uh, the Whooping Chainsaw energy was very good. Uh,
But one thing, no, radio.
uh,
You know about it, you know, but really when it come to you, you want to practice it. Really, I mean,
yeah lah.
uh,
To make it,
ayo, not that easy.
yeah, to make it a living Dhamma is not that easy, but can be done.
Not that easy, especially when
Yeah,
I look after my husband that time, because like he nowadays he's not uh like Parkinson usually is because of the brain, the mind.
correct. Because
It's
the
not what they
hand,
did. So you talk to him, sometimes yes, he say understand. Suddenly, no one he won't act according to what you teach.
correct,
Ask him
correct,
to do all these
correct.
things.
Because
Really, really,
they like slur when they speak.
oh, really not easy. Really.
Correct, correct. Then how do they eat? Not easy, yeah. Their hand, I think, a lot of this what
For
they
him,
call.
it's lucky. He don't have those what shivering and all this thing. With the medication on, he's okay. It's only
Oh,
thing nowadays he walk slower and slower.
oh, that means a lot better than normal people. Because normal people with Parkinson, last time I
Mm.
got a staff, Indian, his son, I remember. She that time 50 over to near to 60, I think. He eat and write also, the hand shake a lot on, no? Shake a lot on. So then I observe him, then I inquire. He say, Tio, Parkinson, he say, this one is normal. I have been long time already.
Like my husband, I think he take quite full course already, almost full course already, the Parkinson medicine. Like more maximum already.
Maximum already, huh? The
Almost
dosage,
maximum already.
the dosage cannot go up anymore.
But so far, when from the beginning, only a bit shift, then after medication, no more, no shaking and all this thing.
Oh, means medication can help, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's very
Yes.
good. No, I didn't know about that. Luckily, you
The
let
one
us know.
everybody must take one that they call matoba.
Yeah.
Everybody Parkinson sure take this one. It's only the
Oh,
dosage, how much dosage you take only.
yeah.
But
Oh, that's
like my
good
husband,
news.
he take,
Mm.
and my husband take full course, and then with some addition already.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not matoba, but almost similar, but it's a slow release.
Slow release
Addition.
are better. Yeah,
No,
slow release are better.
addition to the normal
Oh,
matoba.
to the normal. Oh,
Ah,
that's good. Oh, I didn't know about that. Luckily, with your information, now at least I can advise people if I encounter
that's
anybody
sure.
like this.
Everybody with Parkinson sure take that one matoba one.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Um,
Anything else? Yeah.
what to say?
Yeah, like your experience as you go through it, like you say you encounter a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
In fact, I got another brother also Parkinson,
Oh, okay.
but he with the help of matoba also shaking also the hand, but
Oh.
not really very serious lah. Okay lah.
Hmm.
Old
Yeah,
age.
yeah lah, the reality not easy to confront. Yeah.
It's
Your
not
your
really
hus
not.
your husband how
Yes,
old already? Ling He.
my husband is 88.
Oh, yo, 11 years older than you. Oh, not
Yes,
easy.
yes.
Yo. Yuan's father also about 88, I think. Uh, so actually, a lot of our Kaimita, their parents are very long life. Yo. Oh, brother T1 last time also 90 plus. Now, Pamasuri also 90 plus. 95, 96 already. Yeah.
I
Actually.
but I think maybe another one year or two. I think my husband have to be bedridden already because very
Yeah.
difficult to catch up. Very
Very difficult
scared.
already,
Must
very difficult. We are
follow
at that
him.
age, yeah, at that age, not easy. Last time we got one Kayamita in Singapore also, I think. I think the mother was very old, but lucky, blessed, we have the children all take turn to look after her and their siblings and also relative help out. And her condition, because of the old age, she deteriorated until blind, hearing also very weak. Then, lah, the old age thing, very difficult to move around and all those things. So, really need a lot of care. Then, like TK shared at that time, I went down. They invited me for Dana. Then we have a Dhamma session. Then the mother was there, the sister also there, also very old. And they all really have faith. So we also rejoice. But seeing all this, you start to have deeper insight into the First Noble Truth reality that the
Yeah.
Buddha talked about. The reality of life means as you go through life, you experience all this reality. From birth, you go through the various stages of maturity and growth. Then you enter life. Then after the growth phase over, you like decay. Decay, not really the word decay, like you start to age because our growth hormone like no more. then we start to experience old age. Old age is like the body starts to go downhill. You have go beyond the peak. Then it is how we understand life and understand the physical body's limitation and the reality of all this so-called bodily sickness, disease, and how to provide for it, maintain, and develop the understanding to actually confront all this reality. Then you need a lot of Dhamma understanding, patience, and endurance. Otherwise, the mind state affected, really affected. Like you
Yeah,
share
you have to be
the
very, very patient.
yeah, you have to be very patient. Huh? That
Very, very patient.
that patient not only to the person who going through, the people who care for them also. You need to have a lot of patience. Uh, I heard from a lot of Kayamita who have to look after their parents and all those things. Actually, not easy, but they learn. They very happy. Even like Manyuan, she mature and become very different. Then like Pamasuri, they also went through, and they really develop a lot of understanding, a lot of joy. But this type of philosophy is very good. Actually, whatever you do, you reap what you sow is very true. When you care for people, when people care for you, it's because of your blessings. In the past, you must have done your duty and your karmic inheritance and other things. That's why you look at life, you start to understand the bigger picture of the Dhamma. Dhamma is not
Yes,
just
yes.
uh, Dhamma is not just talking about the teaching, uh, then like motivated to progress and all. It's about how to apply it into daily life and make it a living reality. And that part actually not
Yes,
easy. Not
yes.
easy. Very true, huh?
That's why I always told people, say, I must do it
Yeah,
correctly,
sadhu,
properly.
sadhu.
If not, I have to do it. I have to pay
Yeah,
back. Maybe I owe him
yeah,
something in my last life. That's why I have to pay back.
sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, yeah.
I must
Good.
have
Yeah,
patience, patience, patience.
yeah. Patient endurance. Be a patient is a perfection. Uh, so Alicia wish you, Sister Lin Hi, speedy recovery. Then she says, sadhu.
For
Uh,
recover, sadhu, sadhu.
yeah.
Recovery, I think should be no problem for me
Yeah, lah,
lah.
no
It's
problem. Based on what you have gone through and your
but only
description.
when I go back that time only, I don't know lah. Hopefully I can control myself to rest more first lah.
Yeah, yeah, you better learn how to rest because you cannot push too hard. uh,
That's why my son pushed me here for extra stay.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
told me very well
It's
that I still
actually
cannot
very
stay.
good that you stay longer. You know why? You will come to experience even without you around. Things still go on and so your husband
Yes,
still got people
yes. Because
look
that's what my
after.
son say. I say I worry about my husband
Yeah,
without
no
me
need, no
around.
need, no
He say
need.
he have to accept it slowly. He have to accept it. You see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to go through because
Ah,
later on, as we go further into life, we have to accept the reality of separation. Because even now, if they don't accept, later on when separation happen, they also have to accept because these are reality. So reality is a prevalent phenomenon in life. Means not only we experience the eight conditions, the first noble truth, eight realities that humanity has to go through. Each and every living being who live long enough, who live life long enough, will have to confront them. And when you confront them without the Dhamma understanding and the patient endurance, it's not easy. That's why a lot of people suffer. Uh, and when they suffer, it becomes worse because not only physically you are sick, mentally they are also sick. So when the mind is sick, that is the worst. Body sick already better now. So develop the wisdom and the understanding to endure and free your mind.
This is
Sometimes,
the one that I try to remind myself that what you say.
yeah.
Don't let your mind sick.
Yeah, don't let your mind also become sick. That is a good understanding.
Whenever I feel something, I say, I must be positive. I always think that I must hold this, say, I must pay back, pay all this karmic thing.
Correct. The
I don't
so-called
want to
karmic
carry on.
debt. Yeah. That's why with this understanding, your mind will be very different. Then you do not develop the unnecessary uh, anger, hatred, remorse, and all those things. No more. Because, like the Buddha said, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind. And most of the time it's related to the law of karma. Yeah, like he said, the 5 daily contemplation. The last one. Actually, the 5 daily contemplation, a lot of Dhamma. Maybe I make use of this opportunity or condition to share it again. Where the first 3 is the Buddha asks us to reflect and contemplate every day. He said, each and every one of us, he said, this body of ours is of the nature to grow old, get sick, and finally die. For he has not gone beyond old age, sickness and death. So this is telling us with wisdom the reality of this physical body. But this physical body is not us. It is a karmically conditioned from a mind for us to arise. It's just a phenomena to arise. So if you don't worry about it getting sick, getting old, or finally succumb to the reality of death, then there is no problem. The problem only arises if we attach and cling to the body, thinking that this body is what we are. And if you hold that view, then you will worry about this body getting sick, getting old, and finally the fear of going through the uncertainty of death. But the Dhamma, if it's cultivated with understanding, the understanding that calm can free your mind. Where this is not a permanent, unchanging entity, and it is not a reality in the sense that it goes the way of nature, where it is only element, no knowing. Whereas the consciousness is different. Consciousness actually cannot die. Consciousness cannot get sick, cannot grow old. So all this understanding will be there. Then as you experience the reality, as you endure, you can put to test, like what the Buddha said. This noble truth of dukkha is to be understood. How can we understand it? We can only understand it when we confront it, or when we experience it through maybe taking care of people, or through seeing it personally, our parents or our grandparents, or people who we have affinity with. Then we experience them. As we experience them, then we can really reflect and contemplate, like the Buddha's advice. First turning is the proclamation of truth. So the Buddha said, the first noble truth of dukkha is birth, old age, sickness and death. If you confront them without the Dhamma understanding, you suffer. Then the second turning says, this noble truth of dukkha, the reality, is to be understood. So how can we understand it? And why must we understand it? We have to understand it because if we don't understand, we go through suffering without knowing that that is suffering. But when we understand that these are reality, that every humanity got to go through, then we develop the wisdom. We got two choices. Either lament over it, react to it, and become miserable over what happened, as against the second option of wisdom, which is to accept the reality. Well, these are common reality. Not only we subject to it, every living being has to go through. So when we can understand that these are reality that manifest, then we got two choices. First, to react and become miserable and unhappy and suffer. The other one is to have the understanding to accept that reality and do the best we can. Then we can endure. If we need help, we seek help. If we need medical attention, we seek. If we have the condition, the people to support us through their filial piety or their love and their kindness or what, then we receive them. And we can see and observe the manifestation of coming behind. So all this enable us to actually develop the wisdom and the understanding. Then when we understand the reality of old age, sickness and death, we can actually endure and confront it so much better. Then there is joy. Like one of my teachers, he said, when you develop the understanding, you can actually look at all this reality with Dhamma understanding. And he used this word, you must know how to die before you die. Then there is another sentence he used. Can you, he used this word. First one is you must know how to die before you die. The second one, can you actually confront this reality, especially separation or death, without fear? Can you laugh at that reality when it manifests? And these are wise or wisdom words from cultivator who have developed the understanding. Then a lot of the reality, like after birth, old age, sickness and death, is separation. That one I think all of us has also experienced or gone through or witnessed. So separation can arise in many ways, many forms. Of course, the normal one is relationship failure, separation. So sometimes to married people, sometimes even those not married also not exempted, because they also have their love relationship. Then it may fail and it leads to divorce, separation and all. Then sometimes it's forced separation. Then sometimes it's due to nature's condition, like war, calamity, nature's calamity. So it can lead to separation. Then of course natural death, also separation, sometimes accident, kidnap or nature's calamity. So all these are reality. Then the next one is when you are with people whom you don't like. Sometimes without Dhamma, without the ability to endure, this is not easy to confront, especially working people. Or sometimes it's confronting mother-in-law, step-parent and all those things. So even certain bullies, the student in the school, gangsterism and all those things. Then in the early days also they experience when you do business, they got these people who come around and harass you for protection money and all those things. Now they are different from, apart from protection money, how you operate your business also, you may be harassed. So these are people who you don't like. Then when you cannot get what you want, that one is negativity of mind state. When things don't go your way, when your expectations in life are not met, this reality really not easy to endure. And finally, of course, is the understanding of the final summary. Like the Buddha said, in short, is due to our sakkayaditi, self-delusion, that condition us to grasp and cling onto the five aggregates of form and mind that he called dukkha. So attachment or clinging, grasping, wanting things your way, lead to suffering. And what are these five aggregates? Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Rupang is our physical body, the first aspect. The second aspect is external form that you come to perceive. They are rupang. When you have attachment to them, like your loved ones, your prized possession, things that you believe you own and hold on to dearly, it can lead to a lot of unnecessary suffering and misery. Then the second aggregate is Vedana, feeling. That's why when feeling arises, the Buddha says, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feeling. So you experience them. Why you call it pleasant and unpleasant? Well, these are your reaction to sense experience. When you don't like, you develop the aversion, the anger, the hatred, the envy, the jealousy, the unhappiness. Then it triggers off deeper lamentation. That's why sorrow, lamentation, grief, all this are part of life reality for people who don't have the Dhamma understanding. They suffer a lot more. Then the next aggregate is also very powerful. Perception. Everything you come to perceive, if you have attachment, you get into big trouble. Then the other one is sankhara, all your mind states, all your mental ideology, thinking, views, opinion, conditioning, and belief system, everything, can give rise to a lot of suffering. When you attach, you cling, then you become like dogmatic. Your views become very rigid. They end up unnecessary argument, unnecessary misunderstanding and all those things, conflict. Then the last one is consciousness, vijnana. Whatever we become conscious of seeing, hearing, smell, taste, tactile, we have our like and dislike, we stir our mind, we react. That's why they suffer a lot. All these duality are the manifestation of the First Noble Truth reality. So good. Sadhu. So hopefully we also like to wish you speedy recovery. And from the way you go through, you better have enough rest. Make full use of this
Yes, I will. I will.
golden opportunity to rest more.
Yes, yes. For me, really golden opportunity. I never had
Yeah,
this time.
yeah. It's a relief. Sadhu. Very,
Sadhu. But one day I
very.
should say thank you, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, Ling Hi, you are most
Gratitude,
welcome.
cảm ơn,
Kanan,
very cảm ơn,
you can use
very
Mandarin.
cảm ơn,
You can use
very
Mandarin
cảm ơn.
to
I have this chance.
summarize.
Another
Uh,
thing also, I also would like to, at the same time, was thank that those like gratitude, Jin Hao or whoever who do the short video
yeah,
on
Sui they all, yeah,
that,
and
that
Ingvi
one
they
is
all have
really,
the short video.
ah,
Very good,
I really benefit a lot from that.
Yeah, sadhu, very good. Oh, they also
Yeah,
happy to hear that. That's why
yeah,
this type of rejoicing is very good. Yeah, you continue, yeah, Ling Hi.
think not
You,
much
you,
already lah.
yeah lah, you
I only can say,
benefited, you
yeah, I
benefited, yeah.
benefited. I can really from the
Yeah,
bottom of my
kanan,
heart.
yeah, sadhu, very good.
That I have the chance to join this group of Kayamita.
Sadhu, that is good news. Okay, Thank you so much. Let us
Thank you,
rejoice.
Father.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu. With the
sadhu.
good sharing and the condition for us to learn more. That's why everything is Dhamma. Even going through the realities of life and existence is Dhamma. In fact, every one of us, as long as we live long enough, we have to go through, we have to endure. And these are realities that will benefit us when we develop the understanding of it through real life endurance and understanding. Okay, good. So we end. So we rejoice one more time. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
So we share merit, transfer merit. Then we will end. Akasata cha pumata devanaga mahindika tunyang tang anuoditwa chirang rakantu loka sasana ittavata camehi sampadan punya sampadan sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo devo vasatukalina sasa sampati hetu cha vito bhavatu loko cha raja bhavatu dhammiko imina punyang kamena mame pala samagamo sattang samagamo hotu yawa nivana patiya sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay, you all can now pay respect mindfully to Lord Buddha, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva and all the worthy ones. Then we end. Sadhu.